So I forgot. StreamYard, man. Oh, I took that thing off. I can't stand. See, that's a minute of my life I can't get back over some dumb intro. No, I get it. I get it. It's got to be some kind of intro because otherwise, it's like it's kind of like not having a yellow light. It's either red or green. Which to me that would be kind of funny just to see the amount of disturbance that would call. Yeah, the usual like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please leave a comment and all that stuff. And yeah, well, here we are again. Things continuing as they do in life. I saw what was it, man? I think it was a like an adult cartoon. Hey, what's up, DMB? I see you, brother. It was an adult cartoon. The guy was reading a newspaper, and on the front of the newspaper it says shit is still happening. Yeah, that's just how life is, man. Shit is still happening. Really, there's nothing new under the sun. I got off the airplane and I thought to myself, why am I reaching for this iPhone so I can get information about the whole world that has absolutely no impact on my life? And why do I need to know this information now? So I don't need the information and I need to know it now. It's weird, man. Can it be that it was all so simple then? You guys probably don't know those rap lyrics. 80s were a good time, man. I'm sorry. That's when rap was the best, man. This new bouncy, bouncy shit they play now, I don't know what the hell they're saying. Every generation says that too, but really, this whole, you know, mop hair, running around, shooting people kind of crap is just crazy. I don't get that. I don't get that at all, man. The rap was decent back in the 80s, man. There were stories, there was rhymes, there were bars, there were meaning to it, man. And this is coming from someone that lived in an area where rap music was not something that really people listened to. I mean, all the white boys did. So the white boys listened to it more than we did. But like EPMD and Big Daddy Kane and Cool Mo D and Heavy D, those are the real rappers, man, not this bongo bongo crap they got now. And yes, I did listen to rap. Uh, Not the parental version, not the clean version. Uh, I did have a flat top, man. I had an eraser head, man. I was so cool, man. God, I was so cool. Or so I thought. I had Cavaricci jeans. I didn't do cross color. Cross colors didn't really hit in DC. Uh, Carl and I did. Cross colors wasn't really a DC thing. That was one of them LA people and all that. Guys are wearing, thank God I escaped this, but guys are wearing their clothes on backwards. Yeah, there was those kids in Atlanta who wear their jeans on backwards. I escaped that. I didn't get overalls. Overalls were big. They came in. Vanilla Ice kind of came in with the overall thing. like the overall company is like, wait, what are a bunch of urban kids and suburban white boys wearing overalls for? Really amazing. Sorry, I'm brushing my teeth. How these trends come up. Is there like a trend machine? Is there some place where a bunch of guys say, from now on, this is going to be the new style. This is it. You know, I don't know where all these trends come from, man. I never had the Gumby haircut. Gumby was that green dude that had like the head of his head was like sideways. You guys look up Gumby. Well, guys had Gumby haircuts back in the late '80s, early '90s. Mm, I did you rayon shirts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had rayon shirts. I had the polka dot rayon shirts. Boy, those are so cool, man. Those are so cool. And then what did I wear in college, man? I don't know. In college, I just had regular clothes, jeans and all that. So I really wasn't. I don't know, man. Like Tommy Hilfiger, there was a lot of that. There was polo. And I don't know what happened. I think about the kind of different kind of clothes I had, but not that many. My style has been pretty much the same since I can remember. It's I guess you would say it's fairly conservative. It's comfortable. It's safe. I never went too far anywhere in any type of dress. I think that mimics my personality. You know, Despite the chaos that you guys see that I absolutely love. For myself, I suppose I'm rather conservative in speech and dress and thought. I'm conservative, not boring. There is a difference. Okay. Life, the people I politically agree with and want to live around are people who are not people I probably hang out with. I mean, look at this bunch we have on here. You know, my closest friend though, he's an airline pilot. Um, Another guy's a doctor. One guy's a business owner. One guy that I don't know what the hell he does, man. He works for the government. But I think we're all somewhat conservative in our dress, in our speech. However, when we get together, it kind of goes down to the least common denominator. But that's probably how it is with anything. I mean, whenever you get with your friends, man, maturity kind of goes out the window. What do you need to be mature for? One of my buddies is his wife passed away. We all went to the funeral and it was sad, but it was also like we quickly reverted back to high school, junior high school kind of talking where we started laughing with each other. And I guess it kind of helped him out, but it's hard to be serious around friends, man. I mean, they're your friends, man. Your friends are your chosen public that allows you to be you without restriction. In fact, they demand that you be you. You know, we can't choose our family, but we can choose our friends, and that's why I think maybe in some ways friendships are a little bit deeper than family because you have to be willing to make a relationship with a person. Whereas family, it's like okay, your blood, of course, you get all the rights and privileges. And I actually like my family a lot. My family is great. I really, really like my family. Guys, I see you coming in the chat. I appreciate it. Please don't think I'm ignoring you, but this is like the morning thing where I just kind of get my mind off a few things. And if I start talking to the chat, then, well, forget a monologue. Now it just becomes me talking to y'all. American man, I got you. I appreciate it, man. Like I said, 3 times. 3 times. You didn't even know I was listening. I was like, oh shit, man. You really, you know, you didn't have to say all that, but shit. But it's good. It's good to have good people around you. You want good people around you, you know? Yeah, there's a whole loyalty thing and all that, but you want people who are competent, people who are going to look out for your best interests. I go back to competency again. You want people who are not going to cost you money. When they do cost you money, you realize it's either an investment or they got into a bad jam and they just need some help to get out. So many people nowadays, they traffic with the wrong people. And that's another thing I kind of see with these kids, man. I mean, in every group, there's one kind of dominant male. And if that dominant male is a bully or someone of low character or someone who's wayward, then the other males follow. I wonder how many kids out there really are doing bad just to maintain some kind of attachment to the tribe. They want to show the tribe that they are still able to perform and willing to um, not pay attention to authority for the sake of authenticity to the tribe. I firmly believe that if you get a lot of these kids alone, away from the tribe, you can really like mold them the way you want to. But in front of their friends, they have to act a certain way. Added to that, you throw on some testosterone, and now you have women who are looking. And now it's really hard to control a young male. These are wild thoughts to have early in the morning. We had a good show yesterday, from what I could see. Art and 84 did their usual back and forth. Natus is always coming around. I got back in a little bit later, and they were talking their religion talk. Religion, man, God. Like, okay, I have my thoughts about religion and God and all that stuff. Ultimately, we don't know. You believe Jesus one thing, I believe Jesus another thing. We can go to the Bible, but the Bible only works if people believe it. None of us know the hermeneutics or the Greek or the Roman or the Aramaic interpretation. For all we know, God was just some guy just hanging out and said, "I'm bored," and wrote a book. And next thing you know, we all believe his shit. And all he did was like, "Oh, this is just like something for fun." I would didn't mean you guys actually believe it. But what if God is just some guy that just was around long enough and said, I'm bored. I'm going to invent some people. What if there is no heaven? What if there is no hell? What if there's nothing? What if, what if, what if? And this is where I give CT a lot of credit because I never realized how gullible I was because I kind of took people at face value. I thought I was smarter than what I was, but I I was wrong. I mean, see, I would get on CT all the time. Like, well, why do you keep questioning people? Why are you questioning Rosa Parks? Why are you questioning the Bible? Why are you questioning, I don't know, World War II? Why are you questioning what goes on, blacks and crime and what women do and all that? And I found out when I was trying to debate him, I could never really pin him down because his answer was, well, how do you know? Well, I know because someone else told me. What's that saying is, how do you know who your mom is? How do you know who your dad is? Because your mom told you so? I mean, how do we know? That was kind of heavy early in the morning, but this is just some of the stuff that comes through my head, man. So I truly believe there is a God. You know, I won't be like one of the people who say, "Well, I know there's a God. I know that." Well, you don't know. I mean, you you believe strongly. Having a strong opinion is not necessarily truth. It's just strong opinion. I think there are certain things we can say and look at and say that there is a creator. I think we can use deductive reasoning on that. But to say that there's how much do we really actually know? I mean, to me, life without I have to believe in God because life without a personal God is, to me, a pointless life. I mean, what really is the purpose? There is nothing I get more joy than seeing my father smile and be proud. And that joy is just not some kind of neurological dimension. I mean, that's how the process works, but it's deeper than that. I know my dad, as much as I admire him, certainly didn't create the world. So I have to believe there's this personal creator out there, and he probably looking down. I mean, imagine him getting happy that you're doing certain things. Like, that's good. But whatever you believe in, and I lean heavily towards Catholicism, obviously. I mean, I'm converted from Protestantism, so I always had some kind of faith basis. But whatever you believe, man, it's important to believe that there is something higher. It gives you something to focus on. It gives you a purpose. It humbles you. I think there's a certain arrogance in believing that you're the thing that runs everything. You don't. I mean, look how susceptible we are to like viruses that we can't even see. I mean, for all powerful that you are, all of us in the world, we're going to die. And, and, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it. We can prolong life. It's important to increase the quality of life, but at some point, s- whatever is in place that says we must die wins. So I think not just increasing life, but making life worth living is so important. I found for myself prior to and augmented more that after going through serious, serious mental health problems, that so much of life can be so enormously easy if you just didn't get wrapped around in some shit, man. People make their life so difficult. They don't think. Sorry, they just don't think. You don't think your life is going to be a lot more difficult. Like, why do, okay, so someone say, Bob, you make good money. Why don't you buy this? Or why don't you buy, well, that's more shit I got to fucking deal with. Like Brad Pitt said in Fight Club, that what you own ends up owning you. I look at these basketball players. They got more money than they know what to do with. And you're buying all this stuff, man. How do you, I mean, what's the upkeep on what's the electric bill on your house? Like 8,000 a month? What the fuck? You know how many people you can help with 8,000 a month? And people say, well, it's relative. I'm like, Yeah, I get that to a point. All right. It would look funny if Jeff Bezos was out there cutting coupons. You know, it would look funny if he gets on Expedia and tries to find the cheapest ticket. I get that. Money does allow certain conveniences, but how much do you really need, man? That's why I think sometimes money, like you're supposed to have a certain amount, but anything beyond that, you start getting tied down with it. Like if someone gave me, I don't know, $1 billion, you know how much of a headache that would be? I mean, money is one of those things where you almost, when you start having too much of it, you kind of have to get it away because if you don't, you're going to spend a lot of time trying to protect it. And that in and of itself is a headache. And people who win the lottery who are fiscally sound, which probably is an oxymoron because a fiscally sound person wouldn't play the lottery in the first place. But if all of a sudden you're worth $50 million, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money trying to protect that money. Lawyers, accountants, people wanting to know your address, security. Oh fuck, man, it's a headache. There's something to be said for anonymity and wealth. Anonymity is a very nice thing. All these people want to chase fame and all that stuff, and I can understand it. Fame is something good for a little bit, but and there's also I just want to go out down the street and get a hamburger. Can you imagine never being able to go to McDonald's without having somebody jump on you and be like, "Hey, I need an autograph." Fuck that. Put a little "Do Not Disturb" sign on the door. Make sure I lock it up pretty good. I like that part. All right. Want to climb into this bed here in this nice cold room and get me some sleep, man. Oh, I don't fucking sleep. Sleeping is so refreshing. You don't need food. You don't need sex. You get rid of lots of time. Then you, if you sleep with the right person, um, you know, then it's even better. You know, I'm not talking about sleeping sexual. I'm talking about actually the physical act of sleeping. My dogs sleep in the bed, and just being next to them, I get a certain peace, a certain protection, a certain warmth. Life can be tough, man. It's harder when you're stupid, and it's harder when you're broke. But life can be just tough if you're smart and you have money. We can try to fill life with a bunch of things, but the real only important thing, the really only thing that matters is how many people you've helped. I'm sorry, but there really is no higher joy, I think, than helping people get to their own end of happiness because you know your own end of happiness. Hey man, I'm trying to get deep chaotic. Oh Dale, Jesus God, that guy. But really, the only point in all of this, man, is to get people on their own way. I mean, I'm extremely blessed to know what I want to do in life when I was a kid, and I'm doing it. And I'm like, I think of all the millions of people around the world. Forget I don't have food or shelter. I'm talking about people who are dead end desk jobs that they don't want to do, but they can't figure out what they want to do in life. So, they work a 9 to 5 and they have benefits and a few days of vacation and yada, 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 yada. There be some people that's good, but I'm like, what do you really want to do? So I ask people, what do you really want to do? And then I ask people, this is a dream. So don't edit your dream. Don't try to make your dream realistic in just stating what you want to do. What do you really want to do? You find people who finally achieve what they want to do, or at least even get started. And people getting started doing what they want to do, they're so much happier, man. Happier people, Lois, their health is better, uh, they're less likely to commit crime. I mean, when you really figure out what you want to do, I guess some people want to be drug dealers and prostitutes, but you guys know what I'm talking about. When you really, really figure out what you want to do in life, you start ordering your life around that goal and things start falling into place. That's why there is kind of a spiritual dimension to seeking first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. I knew that when I wanted to become an airline pilot, aside from my dad putting his foot in my ass if I did something wrong, I knew, okay, I can't speed. Okay, I can't get arrested. I can't have a fucking felony. Okay, I can't do drugs. I knew first that my dad would drop kick me. But secondly, I knew that the airlines were not going to hire some fool who shows a repeated pattern of not being able to follow the rules. It's like an extra layer of security that you're not going to do dumb stuff, which is why to this day I don't speed. It just kind of became a habit. But when you really find out what you want to do in life, man, you may find that friendships you've had will go away. You'll make new friends because your boat is moving in a different direction. You don't need certain things. So it's it's something to think about. The great show last night. Towards the end of the show, it got a little mushy. You know, it was like, hey, man, it was kind of inspirational. Towards the very end of the show, it got really deep. Shout out to American Man. Shout out to Art. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Chaotic, who was the one that brought us all together, more or less. You know, but it's funny. You have a show, and then people start following you, and then you wonder, are you guys crazy for following me? What kind of people are you? And then they like your show a lot more, and then they rely on your show, and then they get mad when you don't come on. So it really is amazing, man. And then with Chaotic Show, I mean, it's a show I have to watch or at least listen to every day. Those times where he's not around, I want to, I get angry. And then you start building an online family, and that's another part of it. It's not just the show is not there, but even the chat is part of the show too. And you start seeing people laugh at each other and like, oh, where you been at, man? And and then a Discord, and then you may shoot an email to someone, and then before you know, you're talking, and then it's like, there's serious black thought in there. I mean, he's a pilot, you know. We've talked a little aviation stuff, but we certainly didn't meet through aviation related activities. We met through well, essentially seeing a sadistic pig um, give a forum to people who should not be speaking, aka cock. You know, but it's amazing how you really can kind of get an online family. Like I see someone show up in the chat who I haven't seen for a while. I'm like, dude, where have you been? You know, um, it's like Vic or you guys don't remember 777. He was funny. 777's dead, but he'll come back. Uh, but you hear these stories. And it's like, oh man, I heard about you. I remember you, or yeah, yeah, yeah. And then it becomes the online. It really does become an online family, and there's a sense of comfort in that. I mean, family for most of human history were people that you see. Now these people I don't see. We don't. A lot of us don't see each other, but it's like, oh shit, you. Okay, oh shit, you. I don't know, man. Maybe the future is beyond AI. Maybe it will be something where we just lay down and put something on our heads and some machine takes care of us and we just go into a dream state like a virtual reality and that's how we live you know You can have unlimited resources. You can do whatever you want. Maybe the future is not outside. Maybe it's not space. Maybe it's a machine that just we put in our heads and we go places. When I read a good book, man, I can get into a good book and I can forget what time. Man, a good book, time just is not something I think about. I think it's something that I think the real journey. I mean, Chaotic always talks about going to deep space. I think the real journey is in between our ears. I really do. Guys, we got a good thing going on here, man. It's metamorphosized into something which was not its intention, but it's something good. Definitely shout out to Chaotic, but it is something where we have, I don't know, and the show can last long. I mean, because see, so Skywalker comes on Eastern time, and Beard, the Beard Man is Western time, West Coast time. So it can go longer when you split it with two people. And as for me, I'm just a guy that pops in and out. They have no respect for me, man. I get thrown in the back so much, man. I get thrown in the back. They have no respect. Those two have no respect for me, man. Okay. You know, Art sits on that couch with that woman in the back. I don't know how he got it. I don't know. How does a man, he must have absolute control of his family to have a picture of a woman who is in a suggestive position on top of a piano. How did you do that? 84. I mean, 84 is either outside smoking or he looks like he's in some kind of interrogation thing at at the police station. I don't, yeah. But that show can go long because you got two people who are sharing. And what's funny, Art will come up early and then complain about like a 10-hour show. Well, you know, y- I mean, we haven't set office hours, but if you show up to work when you don't have to be at work, don't claim that you're working, you know. I haven't made a dollar from this. This shit is coming from my own pocket. Dirty bastards. And I can't even, I mean, this is not a, it's not a business. It's just like, whatever. Oh, well, yo, shout out to whoever invented air conditioning. All these little inventions, man. Whoever invented air conditioning, man, hey, you did a hell of a job. So I'm on the top floor of this damn hotel, and it's hot as shit down here in South Texas. And the air conditioning here is good. I don't even know what kind of hotel I'm. I think it's a Marriott or something. Best hotels are the Westin. Westin hotels, forget about it. The Italian state, forget about it. The Westin hotels are the best. But as long as the bed's clean, the room's clean, the air conditioning works, you don't put me by the vending machines. I'm game. I can do a lot. I can work with that. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna take a nap for a few hours. Yeah, that show's coming on. Like, share, subscribe. We did hit 500 people, so I applied to get monetized. I don't know how long that would take. They could say it'd take anything from a few days to a few weeks. I don't know, but hopefully that'll come soon, and then we can have some more direct financial interaction for the people that make this channel work. And when I say people, it's not me. Thank you guys. Thank you for everything. Really, you have no idea. And yeah, it's another day. Let's do it right. I'll talk to y'all, man. Y'all be good. All right, take it easy now. I'm out.